50-50?
I think what Leon's suggesting as the way he did it is very important, and I think that mediation needs to be developed much more. We need much more investment in mediation to support parents. The thing
is it difficult at the moment to get mediation if you want it then?
It's not as it certainly should be much more available to parents, and the government are investing more in mediation. The thing that I haven't heard so far is about the voice of the child, and I would guess from just looking at Leon that his children are quite young, but I don't think that
they were 2 and 3 when we separated.
Hilton,
whatever in age, I don't think that.
Hilton, is it in the best interest of the child to have as much time given to them with their father as their mother?
I honestly think it's about the quality of that contact, and I do think that children should be involved.
If you're a good dad, should you get automatic rights?
I think that children... No, you shouldn't get automatic rights.
No.
I think the children should, because emphatically these are decisions which have to be made in the best interests of the individual.
Who is coming in there?
I'll give you a case that I can't remember. Are you a solicitor?
No, I'm a politician and a social worker.
Sorry. Okay, there is a case, and I can't remember the reference, somebody here who is a solicitor might remember it, of a case where the mother was very anxious that the child was with the father. The father got on very well with the children. The mother's anxiety was cited in the court. She made the child feel jealous for seeing... she made the child feel guilty for being with his father, and the court saw this and said, well, this is not in the child's interests to see the father, so the child was banned from seeing the father because he got on too well and wanted to see his father, and this upset the mother. Now, these are the sort of perverted judgments that happen in our family.
It's a very common one as well, if I may say so.
And once mothers and their solicitors know that they can use this argument in court, do you think they don't?
Exactly.
Okay. Guys on the front row, I want you to answer Hilton now on this. He says no, men shouldn't get automatic rights.
Well, I think that's an outrageous statement to make. Who are you to interfere with the laws of nature? Throughout the history of man, we have tried to interfere with the laws of nature in our arrogance, and every time there are terrible consequences because of it.
That's not an arrogant statement.
It is an arrogant statement. Nature decreed that a child should have 2 parents, one of each sex.
If you let me finish what I'm saying,
I think it was my turn to speak, actually.
So, go on, Liam.
Yeah, I would just like to say, I mean, it's in the best interest of children. I know from my work and my understanding of children's psychology, and as most people do, that it's in the best interest of children to see their parents as equals. And so you need to have that right from the beginning, as an automatic right. And if where there is disputes, if you have a qualified mediator who's acting and pursuing the rights and interests of those children, like the lady here, rather than solicitors who really don't give a...
No, you're all right. You made it through.
Solicitors whose only interest or only motivation is financial, and we're talking about lack of money here. We have huge amounts of money being spent on courts and the Family Law Service, which has just been eaten up by solicitors and legal aid, and we're all paying for it.
Okay, because we've got so much to talk about and so little time. Debbie, you're wanting to get in there.
I've got 3 children, and I brought them up well without a father, and they haven't suffered at all.
Did you want your children to see their dad?
No, I didn't at all. I was going to take him to court. I was that adamant I didn't want him to see them.
Have you ever felt badly about that?
No, I still feel like it even today.
And was that anything to do with how you were hurting or how you were feeling, or was that because you thought it was...
Well, when I had my first son, he played the proud father and took him out and done the usual things. But after the novelty wore off, he didn't want to know. And all through the years, he's just come and gone when he pleases.
Carly?
It is really upsetting.
Right.
So, I've got a child on the way, and he doesn't want to be called Grandad.
Do you not think that a dad has the right to see the child, to have the chance to try and make things all right?
It depends what the situation is, though.
But you've got to be given the chance first, haven't you? You've got to be a chance. We are living fathers.
I've given my dad plenty of chances.
Well, we haven't had that chances. This is why we dress up and do the things we do. We get the public aware of what we go through. We're loving fathers. Our kids love us, and we love our kids. That is all we want, is a chance.
Chris, I want to ring you in. Should dads have automatic rights?
Should men? Yes, they should. Yes, they should, because the problem is you really got to look at the court process. Again, I think this is probably what's going on. The court process as it exists today is for dispute resolution, or it should be. None of us get to court. We don't want to go to court. we want to have the right to see our children. We end up going to court to try and get to see our children. We don't want to do that. And what do we get? We get a process that doesn't stand back and resolve the dispute. It basically makes the dispute worse, because what we've got is parties who are... The process is for not discussing. We have one side who is innocent and one side is guilty. That is the process in the criminal court. So what that process is all about ends up in the family court. So what we have is where it should be in the interest of the children. And in fact, the Children's Act says that. Best interests of the children.
Okay, well I want to move on there. Tricia, how does it affect